Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Ben Adeem. As you can see, I've got a couple sleds on the trailer. Today is Thursday, June 12th, the night before the National Vintage Snowmobile Show in Dunkirk, New York. I'm bringing the 1973 Skidoo Silver Bullet and the 1975 Skidoo TNT 440. So I'm going to try to get two videos for y'all on this event. One, my normal walkthrough of all the sleds, and then I'm going to do a more interactive video, hopefully. Kind of like a weekend in the life of Ben Adeem and what it's like to attend the National Vintage Snowmobile Show, so get a little bit of everything, hopefully give you a good glimpse of what the experience is like. So, without further ado, through the magic of editing, the video is going to fast forward until tomorrow, probably sometime. Please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and comment. I greatly appreciate it. I think this is going to be a really fun event, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. So stick along for the fun. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. It's about 6:30 on Friday. We're all loaded up in the truck with our belongings, and we gotta go get the trailer, and then we'll be heading to the show. It's about 3.5 hour drive. Hope you enjoy. Just come along for the ride. Hello everybody, just a little quick travel update for you. I'm at a rest stop in Clarence, New York. If that's even a place, that's what the rest stop's called. Here's my truck and trailer, dead. I hope it's just a battery and dump to get us back on the road and have to replace the battery somewhere. But yeah, that's where we're at. Part of the experience I wanted to share with you guys. Sometimes things don't always go as planned. I got the roadside coming, and hopefully get back on the road and have to figure out the next plan, get a battery. That's all it is. All right, check in with you guys in a bit. Hello everybody, we're back on the road again. I don't know what Fiddy's problem was, but she decided to start up before the roadside got there, so we're back on the road, back heading towards the national show. We're getting pretty close, about 40 minutes away or so, so hopefully we can make it the whole way. Talk to you soon. We got some Skidoos.
We've made it to the 2025 National Vintage Snowmobile Show.
had to have finally made it here for you, honey, because I know it's your dream to show ski-doos at the National Show.
Dream come true. We're shiny.
Say I'm tiny? Thanks, I've been working out.
Shiny. The sun was really looking nice on that.
All right, everybody, as you can see, we made it. We got the sleds unloaded. We're actually gonna leave. I'd love to walk around right now, but I told the fiance I'd take her to Niagara Falls, so we're gonna go do that. And actually gotta get a truck battery too, I think. So, yeah. I already can tell it's gonna be a good time here for 3 days. Thank you.
Can you change? I think the bearings would be the same.
I saw the 72 400 free air and the Blizzard there. I had to go take a peek at them before they sold. Definitely wanted to get them on video. But this is awesome. Definitely gonna be a fun time. So, all right, now we're going to Niagara Falls.
Okay, what are your first thoughts of the show so far?
Okay, we're going with take two, I guess. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I knew it was going to be big, but I haven't seen any of the show sleds yet, really, other than what was in our building. But just seeing all the sleds that are in the swap area is awesome, and we might have to go rob a bank and get a bigger trailer because there's definitely a lot that I want to take home. There's a nice 72 Blizzard. There's a 500-mile 400 free air. Lots of old Olympics, and there's the Penguin to land.
A lot of shirts.
Whole boatload of RVs for sale. That's just what I noticed. Oh, 775, 1972 775. You could definitely spend some money at that place. But no, it's pretty cool. Looking forward to seeing the rest of the buildings with all the show sleds. Probably stop by later tonight after we get back from our adventure to Niagara Falls, and we'll, go from there. So we just got to Niagara Falls State Park. This has been pretty cool to do a vintage show here. We could have had turf skis on, riding around all the trails, but we're gonna go check out the falls and then grab some food. So they got part of the sidewalk closed. They're doing some work, but we found a little hidey hole to hopefully get some good views of. We don't want to go up on the observation deck. It's pretty busy and you got to pay.
And you have to pay for it.
She's triggered. So yeah, let's take a look.
I don't know. That's pretty. Can you see me with the falls?
Hang on 1 second.
Am I great?
So super hectic and touristy as you'd imagine, but yeah, this place is pretty cool for us because this is the first time we went on a trip together. I would like to do a Maid of the Mist at some point, but Kristen has done one and she's not into that, so
Scary.
she says it's scary. But all right, we're gonna grab some food and then honestly probably head back to the National Show, or at least the hotel. Yeah, we're planning to come here today and do a little adventure, but kind of got pushed back on time because of the truck issue. Hello everybody, day 2 of the National Show. We're actually going to check out some sleds today. A lot of good stuff. My dad likes these sleds.
Yeah.
Yeah. They bring big money though.
What do you mean?
Like,
They're expensive?
yes, very much so. Nice collection of them there though. I'm not that much of an expert, but these supersonics are pretty desirable and pretty rare too. Nice TX 250. Rich would be all over that, I'm sure. That's cool.
I feel like I've heard that name. I feel like they should make snowmobiles though.
Nice line of skidoos here. Old Penguin of Land.
I like these ones. They're like the chubby ones.
Chubby ones?
Yeah, like they're rounded. Like they just remind me of like, they're like the Pillsbury Doughboy of snowmobiles.
They're like the Benedine of snowmobiles.
No, I mean, I do. They're just cute.
Problem with swap stuff, like I don't know what I'm looking at unless like I know like if I'm looking for a specific thing.
Didn't do that yesterday. The buildings for today.
Found the restroom, so that's good to know.
Nice 292 black dot over there. I don't know why it's called the black dot.
It has a black dot on it.
Yep.
Ooh. Can we get this? I would go snowmobiling with you every time.
Yes, we can get
If it
this.
was in one of these things, and I'd even drive it.
1000% we can get this, Kristen.
It's only $23,000, our best offer.
Get a couple of them.
Get two.
Only thing is, you ever get them stuck, get it. Call it.
It's like fun though.
Definitely a trail machine for sure. Groomed trail machine.
Very groomed.
Yeah. Yes. Nice. Some nice Polarises. I don't know anything about them, but I know people seem to like them.
Wrong color for me.
I don't know what this like olive drab green one is, but
I don't know. I like the olive color though.
it's pretty cool.
Gorski. You think that's the actual name, or someone just like named it?
I don't know. I don't know anything about it. Let's see what the tag says though. Yeah, Gorski.
It's a Gorski.
1971 Gorski 2-man.
Interesting.
I'm guessing that means it's a 2-seater. Kind of a cool little logo there.
I really like this color green. Oh, and actually it's a sparkly green. You just
Yeah.
can't tell because it doesn't want rain.
So it's not really olive drab then, it's more like a olive metallic.
Yeah, it's pretty.
These old Arctic Cats are pretty cool. Ooh, that's a Ski-Doo, honey.
Oh, honey.
I haven't seen some better days, but still Ski-Doo nonetheless.
This is reminding me of my dad's yard sale days. And he would just have stuff.
Someone's running something.
Oh, honey,
Punch button, return.
you need this bell
I don't need no bell.
for your bike. Oh, and there's a little bus.
Old Airstream camper. That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Colt 295. That's the one I rode in Barnes Corner. Rich, that's actually Chris's sled technically, but Rich let me ride. Old Massey Ferguson hood. Those are cool. AMF hood. Good stuff.
Shiny in here. Is Rich coming down?
No, Rich.
No.
This is the CC building where our sleds are at. We haven't really even been through here other than like we literally dropped our sleds off and ran to Niagara Falls yesterday. But the sleds are still there. That's a good thing.
They're still here. They're still looking nice, honey. They look really clean. You did a really nice job. Detailing them. I mean, look at your. It's just like sparkling.
This is definitely this is the building we fit in. I feel like there's just lots of nice ski-doos and Alpine over there. That's what I wanted to bring, but
It's heavy, right?
no, RIP. There's Danny's display from Canada. It's actually not a 1972.
It's not?
No. 71. Not sure, I forget the username, but there's a shot of an engine for you.
Oh.
Can't see that one, that's a 775. We'll do this whole collection for you.
Look at the little chair. It's part of the show.
I don't know what this is, but I'm quite certain that it's rare and expensive. It's got a little bulge.
Oh, extra.
494. This be an engine that you probably never see. And then this is, I'm sure that one next to it is a Holy Grail, but I don't know anything about that one. This is a special sled. TNT 600. That's a really special sled. Nice bit of yellow there. You know, we love our yellow on this channel. I didn't know there was going to be two of these. We got a 1964 RD and then 1963 RD. Another 71 Blizzard 797. Gives you another shot of the engine here. But as far as I'm concerned, this one or this one should win Best of Show. You know, I like my Alpines, but also wicked cool Sea-Doo. 1969 Sea-Doo. Sorry, this video is going to be skidoo heavy, but that's what I know, that's what I like. What I'll do, I will try to show some other cool stuff. Some Rups. This one's cool. It's on a little platform, so I'm sure it's fancy. Didn't even notice the carry boost back here. That's pretty sweet. Couple racing sleds. Here you go, Rob. This is right up your alley. Trailblazer pop-up tent, tow behind cutter, whatever. This is a little bit bigger than what's we saw at Baker's Acres. Whole line of Articats. Moto Lou, not sure what the heck that is, but pretty cool. I don't think I've ever seen one of those. Yukon King, same thing, never heard of one of those. Hey Ken, we're going. I did. Cool little tow behind sleigh cutter, whatever. Set of wooden skis, very cool. Nice 1970 Alpine Invader 640. This might look familiar because you've seen me riding on one if you've followed my videos for a while. Oh damn, that didn't sound good. Luckily I don't think it hit a sled. But yeah, 1970 Alpine Invader 640. This one's got the Ford in reverse. Ours doesn't have the coil cover. That's a clean look. Ours doesn't have a badge either. I got some work to do. I was hoping to have ours here at the show. Actually, I'm glad there's one here, but you'll find out later this year why I didn't have ours here. But yeah, very cool. Shot from the rear of our sleds. They did clean up pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how they look here. I think they fit right in. You know, is it the best two here? As far as I'm concerned, it is, because they're mine, right? No, they look good. Little 75 TNT 440. 1973 TNT Silver Bullet 440. So that was our build in the CC building. I'm gonna go take a peek at some more swap stuff. Whole trailer here of some Arctic Cats. Scorpion. He's always drawn to a 72 TNT. This one's a 775. It's being in good shape. Even the chrome skis look decent. That's pretty rare to find. They look like they would clean up really nice. I'd love to have that, but we already have to. I do like these LP grays. Being a Skidoo guy, that's blasphemy to say, but these, if I was going to go and buy an Arctic Cat right now, it'd probably be one of these. They're just a sharp looking sled. Some 90 sleds here. If I had a big bag of cash, let me tell you, 72 Blizzard, I believe that's the baby triple. Very nice.
We're gonna make it go broom in a few minutes.
Oh yeah? I got here at a good time then. So I guess he's gonna start it up. I got here at a good time. I love that 400 too. You know, I like 400s. Some kind of a modified RV, probably for some kind of racing. Very cool. That must be my trophy, honey.
The one in the middle?
That big one in the middle. Polaris's, TX's. I'm assuming this is all like racing stuff. Oh dang! I didn't even know this was a this was a building. Wow, this is like almost the whole lineup of tin cabs. These are the ones I like. Wow. 1965. But another Alpine. Absolutely love Alpines. 1968 Super Al. with the 370 opposed. Silver bullet and a TNT free air. This one's a 400. I see a 340 behind it. Here you go, Chris. I got a bunch of pictures of it for you too.
But if you look at the track, it
Says it's unrestored.
beating the hell out of it. They went through several inches for this test to try to get it in, and that one hanging.
Nice lineup of Raiders here.
There you
I don't know if I've ever seen so many.
Yeah.
Nice custom job.
I like this one.
I almost ended up with one of these before.
Colored like that though?
No, it was gonna be.
No, I like the customization.
It probably was gonna be just like one of the more plain ones like that. But Mr. Fox, he has two of these. And at one time he offered, if I got the one he wanted, the Double Eagle, running for him, he would give me the other one to have. And that was awful tempting, but
I like the custom that they did on that. It's really pretty.
yeah, it is cool how the people are like branching out and
Yeah.
doing great radical stuff like that. This is all Bootsy stuff. I think I got video of this one at Taberg. They're riding it. If so, I'll pop a little shot of that right here.
Your reminder.
Kind of like these. Yeah, see, this is what I was saying when we were over by the RVs, the Supersonic. They're sharp. I mean,
Honey,
I feel like that's dangerous.
they're little fake puppies.
Oh, they're fake? I thought they were real.
You think they're real?
I thought they were. I'm questioning
Wait,
that
they're
now.
real.
I mean, that makes sense now, but I guess I just don't understand.
They're really well behaved puppies.
I guess I just don't understand the fake dog.
I don't know.
Yeah, some oddball stuff down there, a little video. I kind of want to go.
Trophies are down there. Trophies on table.
I kind of want to cut across to the middle here. This kind of a cool display of moto skis with the orange blockers behind it.
That is a nice spot for them.
Another shot of this Nordic here for Chris.
Oh yeah.
This is a really special sled too. Motoski SR. That might as well stand for super rare. Very cool. Triple. Yeah, nice display of moto skis. And we got some RVs. I collect the garden tractors. I don't have a snowmobile yet.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're gonna cheat on Ski-Doo?
I mean, I feel like I gotta get at least one of them. These are kind of neat sleds. Nancy had one growing up or whatever at some point, and she wants to get one, but Bud won't let her. Yeah, I don't know much about these, but I think the ones with the The black are the more racier ones. And they're kind of sharp sleds. Is it a real one this time? Yep, I think so. Yeah, these are very cool. Huh. That's a Massey Ferguson putter back there, but I didn't know they made one. I wonder if that's... It kind of looks like others that I've seen. I wonder if Massey Ferguson had them made by somebody else. That's a 500. That's got to be pretty fun to ride. Kind of want to check out these Yamahas. They just look sharp. Yeah, that's a very nice display.
Yeah.
A lot of time and energy went into those stands. I wonder if those are... Well, they got some kind of logo on them, so they probably did buy them. But yeah, very nice display. And this Blizzard 340 caught my eye here. Sharp sled. Mercs, those are always fun. That'd be one that if I wasn't Ski-Doo, I don't know, it might be Mercs. I just think they look nice with the blue and white, and they also have the red and white. Motoski Sonic. That kind of almost looks like a Safari. I wonder if it's the same thing. That's a liquid cooled. And then of course, I have one of these.
74 TNT?
340 free air, yep. I have the motor part. I'm working on it with Bud right now. Ish. Well, I mean, I don't know how much work I'm doing on it, but it's a part, and me and Bud are gonna be working on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like these a lot. These are sharp sleds. 340. I wonder if that odometer was from this, because it's a pretty low mile sled, 642. And another free air 400. They're just sharp sleds. But you know how I like me a Silver Bullet. It is strange. They look tiny compared to, you had said it yesterday when I was unloading. They look tiny. My Silver Bullet. They look small. It's a lot of money in groomers right there. I don't really know
How much is one of those worth, you think?
I feel like they got to be every bit of 100,000, 150,000. Or maybe I'm, completely wrong. I don't know.
Good morning, everyone. I'd like to get going here.
So I hope you can hear me over the announcements. This is a kind of a early example of a trail groomer. It's kind of a similar design to the trail plane that we use on our property. Same basic concept. I think this center is more of the blade slash catch, where the trail plane has the foil with a separate blade, and this one's got just a small packing pan. But I bet you this did a good job back in the day. New building to look at. Right off the bat, I see another Alpine. That's fantastic. That's a 69 640. Have one of those too, honey.
Oh yeah, it's
Snow.
it's like all over this.
Snow Flight here. That's I believe the wheel horse sleds were based off these, or vice versa. Nice 69. Oh, it's a ER model with a custom pipe. That's pretty cool. Let's get that on the other side. Oh, this is where Ken's sleds are. Yeah, me too. Yeah, you can see this wheel horse. I'm glad there's another one here actually. I'd try to edit those together so you can see the similarities. Arctic Cats. Oh, honey, we just walked right by a cool Arctic Cat. This is a 72, but my first sled that I wanted to ride on was a 73, just like this, that we still have. The thing about these is I would never pick this sled in a million years because I think they're, you know, they're kind of clunky. I think that's pretty typical of the era, but being that it's got some personal history to me, I would pick that any day.
Yeah.
But they do look sharp, all done up. Ours is not this nice, and then it's got the nice cheetah print seat.
Gotta love a good cheetah print seat.
If it's sparkly, Kristen's probably gonna like it. Another Rups are cool. Gilson, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is just like super boxy, but it almost looks like it's like modeled after like a
truck.
Mack truck or something. Yeah.
I could see this being in Jurassic Park if it took place in the winter.
If it was in Siberia.
This is what they would
This is what they'd be rolling in. Boa skis are fun. I feel like
yeah, the red is nice.
I like these a lot, but these ones, I remember when we first went to the snowmobile shows, they reminded me of like a frog face.
Yes, I was just gonna say they look like a bug.
But it's very like
Smile.
very animated. Almost looks like, you know, if like they made a movie like Cars, where like
But they were
snowmobiles
sleds.
talked, they would look like these.
They
I
would be
feel like.
skis. For sure.
Nice engine shot there.
That engine almost looks like a flower in bloom.
Purple
Is that weird?
dolphin. There's Ken's sleds. It's like towards Albany, like I think east. I'm pretty sure this is the one that he was riding in all the rides this year. Love seeing that at the Nationals.
Love that for him.
Love that for him. I'm not sure what this is. I'm assuming some kind of a race model here. But it kind of looks cool with the orange coloring. I think like Polaris ATVs in that time used the orange too. It's pretty sharp.
1995 is vintage.
I mean, don't laugh.
I feel like that's not vintage. I don't want
it's
that
not-
to be vintage.
It's not in the vintage. It's in the trail modern. Of course, the front shot of that Alpine. Yeah, I love these. This little Citation. That is tiny. I don't know if I've ever seen one of these in person. That really is like a newer Elan. And then the RV. I guess he just finished restoring this not long ago. In Lackawanna, New York. That's where I want to live.
Lackawanna, go to work.
Lackawanna, go to work. I feel like these Yamahas were
Can you get the puppy paws?
ahead of their time. The ski rules.
Which one doesn't belong? I'll give you a hint. It's this green one in the middle.
That's also a ski roll though,
I know, but why is it the wrong color green?
because they made changes.
Weird.
King Cat has a big motor. So what do you think about, what's your first impression of these sleds?
Of these ones right here?
Yep. Not these particular ones, just like the design of this sled.
I feel like they're sporty.
Sporty, really.
Yeah.
I think it's probably one of the strangest looking sleds ever
I
made.
mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, honey. They're all starting to look the same.
I feel like it kind of looks like a motorcycle. Like it's got the front fairing and then the comfortable seat.
I do like how big the
Windshield
is.
I feel like
it actually is going to offer some protection versus the little rink-a-dink one on that Yamaha over there.
well, that's a race sled, so that's not designed to have a windshield.
Well, still.
But I feel like
I do see the motorcycle vibe though.
this is one of the
Even in the
strangest
handles, too.
looking sled, but I feel like it's probably in its day one of the more comfortable sleds.
I feel like it's a bougie sled with this cursive writing.
But also, like, I don't know.
I don't know.
I look at Alpines and bubble noses and,
I
all
like the
day.
bubble noses. Those are my favorite.
These are different though. Yeah, a lot of Yamahas here. They put quite the nice collection here. Yamahas. Another Bootsy sled. Interesting. Oh, that's all Bootsy's apparel must be. There's a lot of apparel. Funny, there's like all these sleds are like the same guys.
This sled on the end here is very pretty, and it kind of reminds me of like a whale.
The prototype.
Yeah.
I'm interested in this one. This is kind of an interesting display, a barn find. That's the big ticket item in this hobby, or any hobby, barn finds. You want the barn finds. And then this is a barn find.
Making it look like it was in a
He's got the hay, it's all dusty. And like truthfully, it's in a barn right now.
Yeah. A barn find in the barn.
First sled in the industry with oil injection. That's kind of significant because, that's how all sleds are now. They have oil injection.
Are we recording you while you're talking?
No.
I do like this one. This one is very pretty.
Prototype SL350.
It's very much like the blue.
I've never seen one of these before. Probably a good reason for that.
Exactly what you're saying. She's gonna be up there dancing and
Only
performing.
300 were made.
Very,
There's only about 20 left.
very unique engine. Very cool. One of 20. Yeah, I like these. The LP Gray and the EXT. Those are pretty sweet. And oh, 3,500. That is pretty sharp. Maybe I'll get to be on the Vintage Mini Bike Lover podcast.
To talk about this one right here.
And I'm not going to talk about it, I'm just going to show it,
And on that, so for the Arctic, is it traditionally with the leopard print, or is that like a new? So it always has had the leopard print.
Yeah, that was legitimate. For sale, could be yours. Saw pictures of this display. This display is pretty nice too. 77 RD340. I think we're getting one of those someday. I don't know. 74 TNT 300. I really like those. That's similar to the one we brought. Or 75 though. Can't go wrong with a 72 TNT 440. 68, 67, 66 Olympic. That one's a super. But so this is what I saw that I was really interested in getting a good look on. This little snow cab thing.
Pussy cat?
You could ride this and not get cold, honey.
No.
And then also this snow camper. This looks pretty similar to the one that's in our building. I wonder if it's the same.
Yeah, I don't know that I would enjoy that very much.
Pretty
but
cool. I mean, if you were like into ice fishing and stuff, that's what it was like made for. I legitimately thought that mannequin was a person, I'm not gonna lie. Just like, why is this dude just kind of chilling there?
This is my new friend.
Competition. Yeah, this is some pretty cool stuff here. Couple Polaris. I haven't seen those Polarons yet. I gotta get a lot of pictures of those for Rich. We've seen that before, that pink Lynx. Even with the sleds, like, it's hard to really know what I'm looking at, you know? Like, I can pick out, like, skidoos and know, like, what's rare and cool, but, like, I don't. Pretty cool snow jet there. Larry's snow jets, okay. These ones are two of my favorites.
I like that red a lot.
Yeah, that red pops. This one's got twin engines in it. That is very unique. That's a rotary. I feel like I saw this actually at the last Nationals. But now I think I have a better understanding of what this actually is. Rotary engine, twin rotary engine. That's pretty cool. There's a red Merc honey. Yeah, I like the Mercs. They were good race sleds back in the day. They were fast. These are cool, but I'd hate to have to move that around. Oh, I think this is Rich's Polaron.
How come these ones aren't? These ones don't have the tags.
I think this is what Rich is wanting me to get pictures of. Eskimo. Like what even is this? Snow winds, trade winds tiger. It almost looks like a snow squire, I think. Rich had one that kind of looks like this. It was all red though. Again, I've never heard of a Gorski. Here's another Gorski, honey. Snow Go. I think that says Montgomery Wards. That's pretty interesting.
A little snow bus.
It just says Wards. Maybe not Montgomery Wards. I don't know. Snow Go. I've never heard of one. It looks like a greenhouse in the back of it. That's 1960s or 70s comfort right there. Another one of these truck Gilsons. That's cool. Snow Dart. I've never heard of one of those. Interesting little track mini bike thing. Snow Pony. Mini bike. Snow Blazer. Yeah, a lot of interesting stuff in this building. Love these Polaris Star cars. These are really cool. I would love to be able to ride something like that. I don't know if I'd fit in something like that. Yeah, look at that single cylinder with the big old pipe. That was just too cool. I think I might be able to get in, but I don't think I'm getting out. Very nicely restored. Oh, we just pretty much walked around and saw everything. There's a lot of neat stuff here, but Kristen wanted to... Is she in the video?
I'm here.
Kristen wanted to get a cool shot of the train. Pretty neat. They must open that up when they have whatever they have here, because they got like the stairs.
Yeah, a little
That'd be cool to go inside that.
tour. So it would be really cool.
Purchased in June 1952 for use in their West Chelmsford, Massachusetts. Donated to the Historical Society. I wanted to see when this was built. Oh, right there, December 1916.
Yeah, there's a sign over there that says when each part was.
Yeah, that's, I mean, that was like top of the line, I'm sure, back in the day.
I mean, even now, look at it.
I mean, I don't think now. I mean, they got diesel engines and
Yeah, I know, but now.
electric, and it's impressive nonetheless.
It's giving Titanic vibes.
Titanic, yeah, same era. But even look like that front cover. Look how thick that metal is
What?
on the front cover, the front nose. Like just how thick that plate is. Like there's a lot of steel there. What's up, everybody? We are leaving day 2 of the national show. Pretty sure we saw just about every sled.
There were a lot.
Picked out our favorites. And by favorites, I mean all of them, and Kristen only liked one of them.
The prettiest one.
Because it was white and sparkly. But she did say that she would ride and drive the 2004 or whatever year it is Elite. So I don't personally, I can't fund that, but if YouTube could make that happen somehow, you know, I'm accepting donations.
We just need about 23 grand.
You know, 23 grand to see Kristen on a snowmobile. I think it's worth it. So, but yeah, we're heading back to the hotel now. I'm just gonna hang out for the rest of the day, and then tomorrow morning I'm going early to do my walk around video of all the sleds. So look for that video. But yeah, one more day, and then we'll be heading back home. So appreciate you sticking with us, and I hope you're enjoying the video. Hey everybody, it is Sunday morning, the last day of the national show. It's pretty cool. They let me come in. It's about 7 o'clock. They let me come in a little early to film all the sleds and do my walk around video, so I don't have to work the crowds. All I can say is this has just been an amazing event. Hats off to everyone who was involved with putting this on. You know, everyone who made the trip with their sleds. I know it's not easy. I only brought 2. There's people that brought 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. It's incredible. So yeah, I'm just doing my walk around. I really hope I get all the sleds. There's a lot to see here. There's a lot to video, but yeah, one more time, hats off to everyone that made this possible, especially the people who put countless hours into planning this event. They did a great job. So I hope you enjoy the videos. I'm gonna have a kind of a weekend in the life, kind of document the experience, and you'll get to hear me talk a little bit about some sleds I found interesting, mostly Skidoo, sorry, but that's just the way it is. And yeah, then later will be the full walk around. You get to see all the sleds that are here. There's over 500, I heard 530, 550, well, it's a lot. So thanks for sticking with the video, and please consider liking the video. It helps out a ton. You have no idea. And then, you know, if you like what you see, please subscribe to my channel and comment your favorite sled, you know, in general, or that you saw at the show, or, you know, comment anything. I just appreciate everything. So thank you. Hi everybody, I'm heading to the show one last time with Kristen, yeah, it's been a great weekend so far. There's just so much to see. I take a quick lap around. Sure to see stuff that we didn't really notice yesterday. But yeah, anything you want to see, Kristen?
Just the little noodle man.
The noodle man? Yeah, we got to get a little video of the noodle man. But yeah, seems like.
And the snow leopard Arctic cat.
Yeah, we'll see that again. It's in our building. But, you know, I started talking about coming here, I don't know, in the fall or maybe it was like December. But it seems like it came and went so fast. And only hurdle left will be getting the sleds out of there and making the trip back home. So, thanks for sticking with it, guys. Cool little setup they got here. Old bubble nose ski-doo with the wacky waving, flailing inflatable tube man. Here's a prime example of how it's impossible to see everything. I was through this building yesterday. I did not even notice this big old drag sitting here. That's pretty interesting. I'd have to say that's a home-built drag, you know, but it follows the same basic concept, you know, cutter bar, and it has the packing pan. But then it also has, you know, one of the gangs off like an agricultural disc. I guess that's to really chew up the moguls. And then, you know, just a piece of metal to kind of catch the snow as that's happening. But yeah, I'm really big into grooming snow. I think it's an important part of the sport, and it makes riding these vintage sleds a lot easier. But yeah, that's pretty cool. It looks like you need quite the sled to pull that, though. Definitely Alpine or Scandic or, you know, any of those bigger utility sleds with the high-low gear. That's cool. Alrighty, that's a wrap on the 2025 National Vintage Snowmobile Show. I'm pretty sure I got all the sleds. I think I did a good job of videoing them all, other than the one that was under the cover, unfortunately. But I'll try to grab a separate image of that one so I can just pop it up, show what the sled looks like. But you know, I said this in my other video. I can't you know, thank everybody enough that made this event possible. Not just the show organizers that put in countless hours putting this event on, but also everyone that brought trailers of sleds and swap meet stuff. This was truly one of a kind event. But yeah,